you know, Puck and Morph just get hard saved by you, whereas I think Ursa just doesn't play around an Oracle quite as well. But we'll see. This mid matchup is going to be the one I'm watching. Toronto Tokyo on the Void Spirit against the Monkey King. Should be Monkey King favorite, but it can go both ways. Well, it doesn't really go both ways, but Void Spirit can make plays if you get a couple good remnants off.
And again, to sort of go back to talk about it again, this safe win ranger. I mean, do you like this now that you've seen everything come out this game, or do you think he's going to have a hard time, you know, pulling off sort of this support win ranger, which of course is a bit of a speciality, not something that we see all the teams doing?
It's pretty much in that Willow category, right? Just sort of off meta fours that really just do the same sort of thing, like high damage in the laning phase. Pretty annoying to deal with. Nice block there by GPK to get the immediate archer kill. But yeah, it's quite nice against Ursa as well, and even these supports, because you can solo support, and the stun duration is just quite nice. You just have to hit the shackles. It's really what it comes down to. It's like my brother always used to say when we were picking him Earth Spirit early, it's like, I love this hero, but you know, every once in a day, you're going to miss a rock. Back when Kick Rock used to stun. And you might miss a roll. And sometimes it's nice just to have a hero that always hits its spells.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see his saves on his A game this game to land those clutch skills.
Huge wave middle. GPK is going to be able to apply a little bit of pressure here.
Oh, see how many of the CS Toronto Tokyo is able to pick up underneath the tower. And GPK just on the edge of it there with those denies, getting the range creep as well.
Oof. Yeah, mid is honestly already a disaster.
But this is sort of expected between the heroes, right? The Monkey King, he's against a melee hero. He's going to have that sort of...
Yeah, he actually misblocked because he allowed his archer up in front. If you're going to play this lane as the Void Spirit, you need to kind of do it as a Puck would do against TA. Pressure the lane, push it in early. Instead, GPK got the double wave, so he's able to deny under tower, and now he has hill control plus a level advantage. It is just the grimmest situation for Toronto Tokyo right now.
Does this get any better for the Void Spirit?
Oh, no.
This is sort of the lane?
Oh, no, he's hard lost the lane, just already. It's 11-6 versus 3-1.
Yeah,
this is a disaster.
I mean, you sort of obviously at this stage, you know, you identify that your mid's going to struggle this game as a team. What do you do about this in terms of overall?
Well, that's the problem. You have Oracle Rubik. You don't do anything.
No.
The draft last game for Spirit won because they had this wild power spike with a massive amount of magical burst. You don't have that here. Nice shackle. In fact, you're just losing all your lanes, much like the previous game. But when do you just become unstoppable, right? Like, what item timing just straight up wins the game for you? I don't see it here.
We'll see if they're able to trip up GPK at all, as this is going to be one ferocious Monkey King coming out of the laning stage, and one rather underwhelming Void Spirit. If this continues at this rate, 18-9 against a 7 for 1, and just an incredible rate of farm for this Monkey King, and such a lack of it for the Void Spirit.
He even buys the Orb. Yeah, he'll go for the Orb of Corruption build just because he's so far ahead. Toronto Tokyo finally getting his bottle up. Rune control going to be key. Mira's going to have to check top. Like, if you don't get a rune here, this is even grimmer. And honestly, bottom is just, like, this is nuts. Yatoro getting owned. The Wind Ranger factor, really. I mean, get a Blightstone.
But I guess at the same time that what Mars is one of the better offlaners to be into an Ursa in the laning stage, right?
It was a good point from T. Like, why do you use all these bans on offlaners and, you know, now there's just a Mars? It's like, you know, VP's still fine with this. This is one of the DM's better heroes. Rune spawn, bottom, Toronto Tokyo, no chance of going for that. And look at the glyph. Oh god, he has to dissimulate away.
I think if anything, it's a good job for Toronto Tokyo that rune isn't a powerful one, because if GPK was able to get his hands on it, that mid lane's only going to get even worse. As if it couldn't get any worse anyway. Yeah, it's 28-12 against the 10 for 1. Definitely one of the most one-sided outcomes we've seen of a laning stage.
This reminds me of the VP of old. You know, a lot of times, if you recall, just, you know, the Tinies, the Kunkas, Life Stealers for Ramses, they would just abuse these lanes. And this was back when, you know, denies were just even more powerful. You'd get this gold bonus, so much XP denied, so that when you win 3 lanes, it's part of the reason it's so effective. Full HP.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Good old Monkey King. I mean, it's got to feel good. Now, GPK is going to be pretty comfortable. You know, when you do get that lane matchup and you're able to have this sort of a start, you know, this is the reason why you picked this hero. This is the dream hit for the Monkey King mid.
Yep. And the advantage isn't really reflected in the gold yet, but it's the XP. 100 more XP per minute for the Monkey King. And the Mars 60 ahead of the Centaur. It's only going to get worse. Yeah, you need Toronto to start rotating. We've seen this from mid 1 a lot, back when he was playing for Secret. Sometimes you're playing the Spirit, you just get outlaned, that happens. Get a rune, start making plays. It's really your only hope here.
See bottom, trying to get onto DM, but just sort of save Shackles, just stopping any attempt from Yatoro to get aggressive onto the Mars once DM's thrown his spells out.
And it's so annoying to play. Like, they have the CM aura too, so spells can be spammed. Spear lands, but does not skewer.
See my GPK. He's going in, he's popping the Wukongs.
Good lord.
And he's not going to quite. Oh, he is going to get it. Kingslayer. He's able to finish it off. Diving in there.
That's mid tower too, guys.
6 minutes in, the tower is being taken out.
And this is a first 2 Void Spirit, followed up by a first 2 Monkey King. I mean, you had to know this was a possibility on Team Spirit, and Toronto Tokyo, he just didn't fear the matchup as much as it appears he should have.
Yeah, I guess is this just sort of down to the fact that perhaps Spirit, do they just not have the ability to run this hero in a different position? They don't do that as a squad, these players?
Honestly, not sure. But this is, I mean, we saw this in a series VP played a couple of weeks ago. The GBK Monkey King just straight up dominant. This is one of the best players in CIS. One of the more highly recruited players like in CIS history. Everybody wanted this kid. And this is a big part of the reason why. Just utterly dominant. Nearly doubling up his opponent's net worth. And now, as much as like he did a couple weeks ago, it's time to start rotating around.
See if they can catch Collapse off guard as Kingslayer starting to lead in, but Collapse and Mirror, they're keeping it a safe distance. So doesn't actually look like this move's going to really pay off. I mean, GPK making that rotation, all he gets really out of it is a small camp.
Yeah, they get the Observer Ward though. Nice play by Kingslayer there. He had a feeling they must have been a little suspicious of something.
Got down bottom DM. He's looking to take down Miposhka, the stick charges. It's enough to keep Miposhka safe. They're actually going to come with extra TPs down here to try and turn this around as Yatoro. He's moving into DM. Good shackle from Save will lock down the bear, but it isn't enough to save the Mars. Spirit will take DM out of the bottom lane.
Top lane though. That's a haste.
Yeah, able to kite out the hoof stomp.
The footwork.
Collapse just doesn't have any options to get out of this. Making sure that he gets the kill as well, GPK. He knows he's the king right now.
Man, this is a clinic. Still not out of it by any means. The gold advantage is still relatively negligible. It's just that mid tower dying so early always freaks you out, right? I think teams have about 80% win rate when you have the mid before the enemy, let alone when it's this early. Orb of Corruption now on the Monkey King, and they're just going to chase right after Mira.
Yep, they've got the opening. There's Mira. He's going to try and run. They're speedy. And one more hit, they'll have him. GPK also getting the benefit of building up that Jingu.
Yep.
So might be able to do something with that. Down bottom, though, the Team Spirit are doing a good job of continuing to get Yatoro some good early action. You know, Yatoro 2-0-1. His farm's still very much in a good place in the safe lane.
Yeah, we will see. Ursa, he's going to go for the Battle Fury. Yep, to be expected. Went the phase first, which I agree with. You got to stay combative in this lane. Sometimes you'll see players sticking to brown boots for a little too long and really just all-inning for that Battle Fury, which would have rendered him unable to compete with this strong Mars. But here comes the smoke. They want to deal with this Ursa ASAP. The goons are incoming. And Arena's up. That was a kill if he moved a little too far.
Oh, they're starting things. And they've got everything thrown down onto Yatoro. And they'll straight away move over from the posture as well. As VP starting to really get the action going here with the power of GPK's Monkey King, moving him around the map, and they just have perfect setup and ways to enable him with so much control. And with these towers, it's just going to be such fast timings on this Monkey King, going for this full fight build, this Orb of Corrosion into Desolator. It's going to be so hard for Spirit's heroes to deal with, this amount of physical damage coming out this early.
Yep, that's a perfect way really to execute a gank into tower. Bring more than enough heroes. Something I remember Fly lecturing us about was how you lost a lot of games trying to defend tier 1 safe lane when you couldn't. And that was a scenario because they brought so many heroes that any teleports pretty much just lead to their death as well. And it's an easy 2 for 0 plus tower. Yeah, you trade the top safe lane, but you don't really mind because you got kills out of it. The Roche play is nice for Spirit, but risky.
Now, this is a smart way you use those respawns. Come straight out onto the map, go immediately for Roche. And it looks like
that Courier...
they're going to be able to find this in time. VP's not going to be able to do anything about this one.
I thought they saw the Courier flying towards the Roche pit, but they're not going to scout it out.
So
quite lucky.
A very nice move here from Spirit. Making the most of dying down bottom, using that chance to get back on the map and make a move that VP was not quite prepared to stop.
Now it looks like Toronto Tokyo will be the target. These 2 Astrals, though, and a DD. Got to be careful here with your PA.
Yeah, he's poking back a bit. Nightfall, they've got him controlled, and they've taken him out.
Poshka, that would have been such a sick save.
Just so much damage here that the Frostbite alone was enough to disable him long enough for them to kill him, even though he had steps and Dissimulates left. He just couldn't get any of them off.
So it's pretty much a repeat of the previous game. VP jump out to this early lead. They win all 3 lanes. Difference is this time Virtus.pro a lot easier to find kills.
Yeah.
They realized the mistakes of the previous game. A Wind Ranger Mars in the off lane will have a significantly easier time finding slays in comparison to a Willow and a Timbersaw. Yule's soon to be completed on DM. They just have so many damn stuns. The PA as well can stay very active.
And while sort of what last game we saw Spirit have this lineup that allowed for this sort of, you know, a very niche approach of just going full in on burst, 100 to 0ing heroes in the mid game. This lineup, as sort of crazy as you could try and look at it with potential item builds, there just isn't quite that this time around. It's a much more traditional game of Dota that they are going to have to play, and that's not going to be easy whilst they're behind.
Certainly not. It's just tough. You don't have map control. So you're smoking out to your own safe lane, just trying to get a kill. Will they have it? No. Close.
Oh. They won't. And now, they've got to be a little careful here with Toronto Tokyo. As he's jumping out to the side, they're going to be chasing. As Night falls in onto Maposhka, Boundless strike down onto the 2 of them. They lock him down with a Frostbite. They'll get him. Toronto Tokyo's got Maposhka as well. As this one, it's... As you said, you know, game 1 was also kind of pretty rough coming out of the laning stage. It's just, this one's sort of on another level. It's a 13-minute Desolator done on the Monkey King.
The thing is, in the previous game, you know, Team Spirit, they were just buying time because they had a Death Star under construction. In this game, I don't know. They've recruited the Ewoks, but I don't think they're going to be able to come up with something of a sufficient power level to rebalance the Galaxy. This is just rough, and they're gonna get ran at. I mean, there's so many stunts. There's a Desto on the Monkey King. I'm lost for a method of them just doing really anything here.
That's definitely tough. With the Battle Fury on Nightfall, will be able to get his BKB done. Interestingly enough, looks like he will still go for the Deso himself. I mean, of course, he is a PA, but always the wonder of, you know, whether they favor it that much, that they want to be getting 2 of them on a lineup. You know, it's not something that you see all the time, but obviously still has its strengths. As bottom, another catch. As this time round, this game, Toronto-Tokyo, he may have done a good job of being very elusive on the puck in that first game of the series, but this game, 0-4-0.
Oh, yeah.
They're kind of catching him every time.
I mean, there's just nothing he can do. Ursa's taking all of the safe farm. Centaur is being avoided by the Virtus.pro lineup. They are just hunting this Void Spirit with reckless abandon. And yeah, it's the Spirit lineup. They just can't really do anything. They need this blink on Centaur. He went for the Vanguard first, which typically I don't have a problem with, but he's not really able to make space for his team. He's not taking, not really pushing the envelope, and nor can he. Because if he's like hitting this tier 2 as an example and he gets stunned, he's just going to die no matter how tanky he is. The blink is up though, so should be able to, in theory, find some kills.
Okay.
Play with the Ursa.
I mean, it is. Oh yeah, and they're going to try that top. They're going to jump on safe. They've got the burst.
Got him.
Same time mid though.
Oh no, not again.
He's got to be so careful. DM is. Oh, if he was close enough to get that catch after the steps, there would have been that concern of being dropped out. But Arena was still on cooldown. 10 seconds until it's back up for DM.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Same deal. They want to get this tier 2 before outposts give you that 20-minute XP.
And the Aegis will time out now for Yutoro, so might see VP try and step it up even more now, knowing that they are going to have this window where they're still very strong against this Ursa that isn't quite fully prepared to turn up and fight back.
I like that ward. I mean, making the best of a bad situation, really. Just trying to maintain what map control you can.
They're going to try and go on DM.
Oh, nice.
And they've got him.
All right.
Good move there. I mean, as you said, that ward getting a lot done. As I guess DM, well, he did sort of show his face as well, but just giving the information Spirit needed to know that that wasn't a bait, that the DM was purely alone.
That's something you'll see Nigma do really well. A lot of teams kind of get stuck in the habits of warding as if they were ahead. But if you watch Kuro, there'll be games where his team is just pretty much getting dumpstered, but he'll have great vision on his side of the map, and they'll engineer their moves to be made in response. Well done by Spirit to do just that, although I think he was a little slow on the Yules. Nightfall. Hello. And goodbye.
Now blink done for us now, so those sort of plays from the 2 of them, him and Collapse, are going to be a lot cleaner. It's just a question of whether VP is going to give them the opportunities. As VP, they've got the full 5 of them down here, taking quick tier 2s here, pre-18 minutes, and pretty much having the money for the BKB to be done on the Monkey King. And we do see as well, okay, Nightfall, he isn't going to end up picking up the Deso. I mean, they do have the Deso on the Monkey King, as BKB is just going to be much more powerful, allowing him to get in there. You know, him and GPK on the front lines, they're going to have nothing. The Ursa's going to try and turn. Maybe he has a chance of beating into GPK, but he gets the ult out. He's going to have the boosted armor, and of course the PA constantly with that evasion. It's going to make it very unlikely that Spirit have the physical focus to take these cores down.
Yep. I think the timing is excellent here. You know, you'll have a BKB around the same time as the Monkey anyway, but you just never need double Deso.
No, it would have been weird.
I think an Ags could have been a possibility.
He's going back for it though. He's going back. I feel like, but as you say, do you need the double Deso? Is it not more valuable for Nightfall to just get the Basher next?
I would say yeah, Basher or Ags. I actually think Ags is quite nice in a game like this where you're effectively
we saw Matu have a great game with it the other day. Yeah.
Roshan not available. And the Radiant Heroes trying their best to make themselves... Oh, no.
Let's collapse there. They've got to let him go here. Spear off the mark. And it might actually matter as they're able to pop the Stampede and they get in onto DM. They're moving in with the Ursa, trying to bring DM down. DM's going to live though. He's out the side. They will manage to jump forward and finish him off there. A buyback comes out from Mira. As VP, they're trying to chase them as the crits coming from Nightfall. The Boundless Strike comes crashing down from GPK as it's a triple kill, ultra kill for the Monkey King.
Dude, GPK, he is so good on this Monkey King. It's a regular Wayne Gretzky with the angles. Like recognizing where the bounces will go, hopping to the left, double stuns galore. Again, similar to what he did in the couple weeks ago.
Mid.
Will he have time for the rampage? Oh, Nightfall steals it.
Yeah, I think you're right. That would have actually been the rampage. That would have been within time. So. But here we have it again. I mean, it looks like a bit of a mess design. DM whiffs the combo, gives this opportunity for things to turn around, but I guess in reality, this worked out for VP because certainly Spirit, they were given that false sense of, hang on, we can maybe try and take this fight.
The problem is they don't have, like, real damage. You can even see, like, Ursa Blink Battle Fury, you're not strong enough, kid. You can kill a Mars, sure, but he was half HP and pow. Then the Shackle.
No, GPK's feeling it. I mean, he knows. This sort of game, I mean, it does just go to show. I mean, obviously, him getting the hero is one thing, but setting him up a lane where you know you're not going to have a good time against this Monkey King, as we really did see, Toronto taking on the Void Spirit. He struggled. It was not a fun matchup to play Void Spirit into the Monkey King, and you're doing that against GPK, he's just going to do the world with that sort of lead that he gets.
It reminds me, I can't remember the game. I think it was Nigma had first 2'd Weeha TA into a puck first 2. And the puck still went mid. And the puck got obliterated. And everyone questioned, you had to see that coming. What are we doing here? And it's the same story. You can't. I mean, GPK Monkey King is strong enough. Then you give him a free matchup. It's like, well, how do you expect to win a game?
I mean, that's the thing as well. Do you sort of necessarily look at the other heroes of Spirit and think to yourself, oh, okay, that's what they were going for, knowing that this Monkey King was going to have a good start, they've got good ways to kill him, or do you not really find that in their draft?
I think, again, maybe you just can't do it, but if the Void Spirit goes off lane, and the Centaur is some other hero that just gives them some kind of power level. I mean, I was hoping for a Viper. You would have had break mechanic against the Monkey. Like, give something that shifts the balance of power. Because right now, when you lose 3 lanes like this against VP, there's no spike where you feel comfortable or confident. They got Aegis. They snuck an Aegis and still didn't cross the river. And now it's just going to get even harder. You got a PA. He'll have Abyssal soon. He'll have Aegis. Cheese on GPK.
I see mid. DM, he's already starting the fight off. He's got the arena down. He's able to lock down Collapse. They're moving on to the Centaur Collapse. He cannot escape this. So if they can catch anything else, Mirror out with the TP. The rest of Spirit will make it away, but still, that's the Centaur down. VP can continue to control the map completely. Miposhka's walked into this.
We blinked. Enough time to take him out. Yeah, 720, but in the previous game, it felt like there was a path back for Spirit. This is just VP twisting the knife. Certainly upset they dropped their first map of this DPC season and making a statement like, you got us one time, kid, but not again. I
mean, because you got to imagine what for VP as a squad, they'll probably be having quite serious talks after that game 1, right?
Oh yeah, you can even see it by their faces when we swap to the cams. GPK's having fun, but everybody else, very serious, stone face. This is not a squad that likes to lose.
Quite able to get that angle, yeah.
I also do believe that until this map, I think there might have been a team in, Neon has dropped a game. They were, I believe, the only undefeated on maps as well team left in the DPC.
Oh, they've lost that now.
And that is no longer theirs to hold.
And as you say, a team like VP, that's something that they care about. That sort of just clean sheet.
Oh, I mean, going back to, again, that legendary squad. Remember that summit they won by not repeating heroes the entire event? That same mentality. Like, VP, since the demise of that original roster, didn't really have that same luster until they promoted the old Prodigy stack to their main, and it does feel like they're back. As is Na'Vi, though, to be fair. CIS stronger now than it's been some time.
Well, for sure, definitely. Yeah, at least the top two, some incredibly
Damn
strong
it,
stuff.
I almost said,
Beast Coast.
I thought Beast Coast did drop the map, but I suppose I'm incorrect. Whoever is doing stats, can't you just let me have that one? Why you gotta go on camera in front of everybody? Just gonna tell him how I'm wrong?
What do you mean? He's...
Oh my god.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Can't get it, W. The Scotty soon. This is, again, different game. VP, yeah, they've got a lead. They're going to continue to grow it, but you notice their net worth is continuing to expand. It was not the same the previous game where it sort of bottomed out.
Last game.
What?
Get the E-Blaze, get the Veil. Let's try it again, he says. Let's go. Let's get the burst online. It worked last game.
They have an Ursa.
E-Blade Ursa. Let's go. He's an Agi hero. It works. Anything can work here. But at least E-Blade on the Void Spirit. Toronto Tokyo saying this is how we did it. We deleted heroes. We had burst. We were able to just take someone out of the fight straight away.
Scanning.
Good luck to you. Collapse. You are in danger. Will they find you? Ooh. Nice blink there. VP hunting. Abyssal on the way to our Phantom Assassin. And all of Team Spirit stuck inside the base. They do have a BK. I love this from Yatoro. Look at what's queued up.
As they're in Yatoro. Going to try and turn over towards save, but now he's outside the base. He does have the BKB in the rage to rely on, but he's been stunned. He's straight into the tree. They'll burst him down before he can get either of them off. As that's Yatoro gone, he's down without buyback. As we'll see it again here. So the quick kills straight off the back, and then this play here. Yatoro, BKB in rage, he just doesn't get the chance. That spear coming in off the back of the Yules leaves no opportunity to get either of those potential moves out of the Ursa.
One of my favorite. I mean, I'm surprised we don't see more Mars lane, and teams just not willing to first to it in comparison to some of these other offlaners. You have one of the few, I don't know what the term would be, perfect stuns, unstoppable stuns, you know, immune to opposing magic spells, what have you, because the perfect Yules into Spear, you can't BKB, you can't phase shift, there's nothing you can do, you are just dead. And you can see that used to great effect there against the BKB Ursa. But before he died, I was going to say Yatoro, he had that Rapier queued up. I don't think he's going to get it, but it's the right idea because you need it. It's True Strike.
You got to jump and kill someone. And you're not doing that with any other item this game.
Nope. Yules up on to save. Also with the gem. 27-minute Tranquil Boots. And I'd love to say it's still anybody's game, but this really just feels like VP playing with their food. Just sweeping the map, trying to find anybody that they can. Collapse. Oh, be careful. Will they cancel the blink? No? They find him? Toronto, Tokyo.
They found him. And they've got him. It's relentless there with their hunt into the trees, VP.
Hey, but he's on the board. I'd rather 1 and 6 in comparison to 0-4. Started off even worse. And it's unfortunate, this is just kind of the state of the game at the moment. All you can really do if you're Team Spirit, when this game ends, you go say, okay, what do we got to swap around for game 3? Lanes. It's 2 games in a row now. You've lost 6 out of 6 lanes. That can't happen at this level.
Well, here we have Spirit trying to come out, but Save is going to be able to set things up onto Collapse with the Shackle. As this Centaur,
he's just stunned.
Has no chance.
He can't get a spell off.
And VP just resume, taking the towers 24-7, 20,000 gold lead. All outer towers gone. They're ready to start approaching the high ground. And Spirit This time round, it's certainly a rough one. A buyback will come out from Collapse, and VP will give it some respect here. We'll see Toro. Progress being made on that rapier. As the Demon Edge has been picked up. Still got a little bit of a way to go. We'll see as well. Toronto Tokyo complete his E-Blade. So he's got his item done now on the Void Spirit.
Okay. You believe, Owen. My question, will this be used offensively in this game?
I think it's going to be defensive, right? You'd look, but then at the same time, what we saw, Nightfall, he pretty much had a nullifier, didn't he? He's close to having the gold for it.
Oh, couldn't.
So suddenly, if it is going to be used defensively, it's not going to do a whole lot.
Paladin Sword for the PA. Like Oracle with the Ghost Scepter, but again, the Nullifier is going to come out. A Ghost Scepter on the Rubik too? No! They think they're safe! They're not going to be safe, Owen.
They're gonna smoke up with the Sea Blade. Maybe see if they can get an opportunity to use it offensively. So VP not in positions that's going to leave them vulnerable at all.
Yeah, I appreciate, Yatoro trying to keep spirits high, constantly playing the symbols, but I do believe a rendition of taps would be more appropriate. As this Radiant side leaves their base for the first time in a while, DM is waiting in the wings, has his BKB available as well. And yeah, they don't have the gun. They killed the ward, but it's like, I don't know, guys. Do we really want to do this? And VP across the map asking the same question. Do you really want to do this? And they say no. We like our base.
Yeah, VP
it's warm here.
Chill out for this next Roche. It's about to be up, and this is going to be the third one. Let's see if they get themselves lucky with the Ags or what it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a Refresher Shard. I mean, I guess they've got some nice heroes here to utilize that. GPK for 2 rounds, the Wukongs. DM for 2 rounds of the Arena. And of course, this will be an easy Roche. Easy Roche for a VP. Spirit.
I love Toronto Tokyo. He's got 2 salves in his inventory. He's prepared. There'll be an Oracle ult. He salves, he earns, he saves. However, the fact that he's the mid player and it's 32 minutes in the game is a little concerning, but he will camp this ward. He's ready.
I mean, is he though? He's got to be careful if they...
He's no longer ready.
Yeah. He's got to run.
Back to the base.
It's VP. Oh, Spirit. They better stay up there on the high ground.
What's interesting is that Nightfall, he went for all the defensive talents. Phantom Rage, Cast, Health, Blur Evasion. Don't need more corruption. He says just stay alive.
I'm using that E-Blade offensively onto Nightfall, trying to slow down the opportunities he has to attack.
They still got Glyph. Wukong's down. Space made for Yatoro. He's going to have the Rapier. Oh.
Has he got it?
He needs 100 gold. One more camp.
I mean,
he's on a ward, though.
Oh, no. He's got it. Right.
Get out. Get out.
Okay, Rapier online. Let's go. They could turn around the first game. This one, definitely on another level.
It's only 24,000 gold.
I mean, Yatoro, yeah, he did pull out some insane work. They're in there. They're on to GPK. Can they burst him in time? They can. GPK's gone. Yatoro turns over towards Nightfall. He's beating him down. Nightfall. He's off to the side. He's away. But they took GPK down. That's the Monkey King gone from the push. And now Yatoro is looking towards Kingslayer. And they'll get him. 2 kills off the back of a successful defense here from Spirit. Can Yatoro do it? He picked up the Rapier last game on the Morph, and he put in the work. This time round, it's definitely the difficulty level has been notched up quite a bit. But maybe Yatoro can do it again here.
This is, you know, he's effectively changed this game. We're not playing Dota anymore. We're playing Dark Souls on the hardest difficulty.
Oh, yeah. Dark Souls, sort of one-handed, blindfolded. Yeah. That's what this is for Yatoro now.
You die, this game is done for. There's no respawn.
Playing on a console, you know, with bicycle power as well, you know, and without a TV plugged in. That's what he's doing here.
Hey, he can use the Force.
Can he do it?
As the quiver, the burst damage this man can output is nuts.
It's big. It is big.
And I like that they're playing to win. Like, they're not giving up. They ceded advantage after advantage, but they have something that activates the Oracle. Suddenly, this Ursa, like, he represents enough damage to put some fear into VP. It's not just over.
Nightfall's got a DD.
Oh, no.
He's got a DD rune. He's coming in. He's over. He's looking for Miposhka, but Miposhka is trying to run. He's still alive in Miposhka. They turn with the E-Blade onto Nightfall. Nightfall will get the kill. They also catch Collapse in the arena. So the best interest of the rest of Spirit to get out of there. Mira's trying to get out Yatoro and Toronto Tokyo.
Oh, no buyback on either player. In fact, VP will know they have no buyback because they use them if someone's keeping timers. They have Aegis. Do you just go Throne here?
Oh, I think they might. Or, I mean, they can play it safe and just go for the Megas if they want.
Yeah, they've got Wukongs.
As we see at the moment, not returning to the base quite yet. Wukong's is down. DM.
No glyph.
As VP. They will, by the looks we get the Megas. They're going to get kills as well.
Oh, no.
Jump over towards Mira. Mira does have buyback. These racks are going down. As VP, the Megas are out.
It's all right. Okay. So what is this? What does this do to the difficulty now for Yatoro?
This is hard.
How does it get harder?
Yeah, he's got to program Dark Souls as well. As now, the fight will start. He's going to jump into the backline. Yatoro, he's onto GPK, but GPK forced to the side. Yatoro turns attention over towards Nightfall. The bashes are there. Can they bring down Nightfall?
The damage, oh my
God. Go down the once. Yatoro gets the kill. He's trying to back away, but the balance strikes out. Yatoro's in a whole world of trouble, and he will go down. As Yatoro falls, he's out for 90, and they know it's over. GG is called. This time round, GPK and the boys coming in at full force.